Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich here with your outlook for November 24th, 2015. And for today, we're going to expect mostly sunny conditions. Very cold it was yesterday, very cold. Many areas struggled to even get to 40 degrees. I know Philadelphia only got up to 43 yesterday, so this is quite a bit below normal for this time of year, by about 8 to 10 degrees across our coverage area. Today we will rebound in temperatures slightly, and we're not going to have the wind we had yesterday. High pressure is going to be in control. This was a little bit further west yesterday, so it has drifted to the east here and will continue to do so today. By being in this position, and this there was departing low pressure that is now off the map, that was moving up the eastern seaboard here, far enough offshore not to affect anybody here, but it was creating a pressure gradient yesterday, which gave us a little bit of breezy conditions. Now, with the high moving further east in a more favorable position, we get these. You see how far the isobars are apart here. This means that winds will be generally light and variable. We're talking about winds out of the west today, probably about 5 to 10 versus those gusty winds we had yesterday, about 25 or so, keeping that wind chill in the 30s and even some 20s at times was the wind chill yesterday. We're not going to be expecting that today, but we will have mostly sunny skies today and mostly clear night across the coverage area with the high pressure settling right over top of us. Here's that indication of the high pressure sitting on top of us here for Tuesday night. So another cold night. I don't think it gets quite as cold tonight as it did on Monday night either. So a couple degrees warmer than that. And then we get into Wednesday, the high is going to drift off here in the Gulf of Maine, get very, very strong. So this is going to allow for winds to start coming in from the southeast. So we're not expecting, although we're not expecting this onshore flow to really disrupt anything as far as giving us any clouds or anything. We're going to probably get a partly cloudy here by the time we get there. Still mostly sunny here on Wednesday. We're going to have the southeasterly wind get temperatures back to near normal for this time of year. And then we are going to get a warm up here on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. I do think it warms up nicely. So now Wednesday is the busiest travel day of the year. Supposedly, that's what I've been told. Busiest travel day of the year. That's going to be clear for any travels you're going to be having. Thanksgiving Day also should be clear, but we're going to have a wind starting to come from the south now. But suddenly wind is anything coming here from the south. Obviously, this is where the warmer air lies down here, so this is coming from the south, and that's going to allow for temperatures to increase here on Thanksgiving Day. So we're going back to above normal temperatures here, but we are remaining dry. And then this cold front we think is going to be too far west here on Friday. So for Black Friday shopping, this is your Black Friday time frame. I know most people start staying in line after midnight. Those crazy sales in the wee hours of the morning. Here's a look at just after midnight here, between midnight and about 7 a.m. here on early Friday morning, Black Friday. You see it's completely clear yet. Not expecting any precipitation at all. Matter of fact, the entire day Friday. Here's a look at Friday evening. Still, just the cold front's just starting to get to the extreme northwestern portions of Pennsylvania, so our coverage area is still high and dry and partly cloudy. We're expecting here on Friday. Now, Friday night, early Saturday. This is late Friday night. We're going to have some precipitations in the form of rain coming in from the northwest to southeast with this cold front. Not a lot of rain with this. So this isn't going to be a heavy rainmaker. You see as it moves through our coverage area, just some isolated showers, maybe 30-40% chance of a shower here in your area here as it comes through here on mainly Saturday morning. And the European model has been consistent with this, that this is kicking out pretty quickly. Now, one thing you're going to notice now is as the cold front clears, you're going to have wind shift to the northwest, and you're going to have temperatures drop. So whatever temperature you were at, which I still think is going to be a few degrees above normal here on Saturday, will start to drop pretty quickly as that front passes. You'll definitely notice it with the winds kicking up from the northwest and shifting from that southerly wind we were ahead of the front. And then once the front clears, we're going to be back to colder conditions here by the time we get to Sunday. Now, I do want to touch on one system here that's going to go outside of our normal 6-day window here. Just want to touch on this real quick. The models have been picking up on a system here in the December 1st and 2nd time frame, and there were some questions whether or not this would be a wintry system or not. Models are going to continue to go back and forth with this for a couple days. Some of the ensemble members are very interesting with this and bring a snow event to at least parts of our area here, which would favor northeastern PA, northern New Jersey, northwest New Jersey. It's still too far out here. We're talking about, again, this is outside of our normal window, so we're talking about going out about 8-9 days from now. So we'll keep an eye on this, but the reason we're not dismissing this and making it a mostly rain event and saying definitively that's what it's going to be is because we're very, very close to a cold air source with this. So a little change in track could change the entire ball game here. And although most models and their ensembles agree that this will be a rain system at the moment, we just are not going to let our guard down with that. And just we'll continue to follow it here over the next week or so. Got plenty of time to look at it here, but it could be our first legitimate threat of a wintry system, or at least in part, meaning it could be something that starts off as snow for the far northern areas and then maybe it goes over to rain. That's another legitimate possibility, but we're going to take a look at this and follow it over the next week or so. You can follow that on the EPAWA Premium Forum. If you're not a member of the EPAWA Premium Forum, you're going to be missing out on all the discussions. We're not doing those publicly. Those are all done behind. Those are all done privately to our clients who have signed up for that service. And we go through a daily model analysis for all this and all winter storm potentials throughout the entire winter. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and that is your outlook for November 24th, 2015. Have a great Tuesday.